This video illustrates some options for defining your RISKOptimizer model in the Model Definition dialog box. If you haven't already done so, you should view the RISKOptimizer introduction video in this guided tour series first. The airline revenue management model that was used in the earlier video is used again here for illustration. Specifically, the objective is to maximize mean profit, and there is a constraint that the fifth percentile of profit must be at least $10,000. Note that the mean profit and the fifth percentile of profit have been calculated in cells F22 and F23 with the risk mean and risk percentile statistical functions. Their values are currently meaningless, but they will become meaningful when a simulation is run. Actually, it is not necessary to calculate these summary measures in the worksheet itself, but it is done here to show the flexibility of the RISKOptimizer model definition options. One way to specify the objective, possibly the most natural way, is shown here. The specified cell is the profit cell, F20, and the specified summary measure is its mean. If this method is used, the risk mean function is not necessary in the model worksheet. Alternatively, a completely equivalent method is the following. Here you specify the risk mean cell, F22, and the value summary statistic. Of course, this does require you to use the risk mean function in your model worksheet. So those two methods are completely equivalent. Constraints are similar. This dialog box shows one way to specify the fifth percentile constraint. You select the profit cell, F20, and you specify its summary statistic to constrain, the fifth percentile. Alternatively, you can specify the cell as the fifth percentile cell, F23, and again use the value option. Again, they're completely equivalent. The main point is that RISKOptimizer provides a lot of flexibility for specifying the objective and constraints. This just might enable you to do something you didn't think you could do. As one possible example, suppose you specify the returns from two financial portfolios as output cells, and you want to maximize the difference between their standard deviations. Then you can calculate the standard deviation of each return with the risk std_dev function, calculate the difference between these two summary statistics, and specify this difference cell with the value summary statistic as the cell to minimize. There are even more options for constraints, including hard versus soft constraints, and simple versus formula in the entry style dropdown. The soft and formula options aren't commonly used, but you can read about them in the at-risk help files.